Was it weird for you having taken the role as a coach and kind of mentoring like a younger fighter?
I was refreshed by doing it. I think it was, I had experience coaching wrestling throughout my career, and so it was one of those things where I felt like I had no pressure. I could go in. These guys there was the same objective that they wanted to win, and I want to get my title back. So we were all there learning.
Do you see some people when you go into this and think like, phew, this guy ain't got a chance in hell?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Sometimes I look in the mirror and say that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because I can only imagine there's a few people that are involved in the show that you're coaching where it's just like, dude, find a trade.
Yeah.
Can we talk
your day job?
Can we talk about the health thing? Because when that hit,
Sure.
everyone was like, "Holy crap, what's
Diverticulitis,
going on?"
right?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
going on
freaking
with
out.
Brock?
Yeah.
People, the rumors were when Dana said
Even
that you were
Dana,
out.
Yeah, I was dead for like a day or two.
Well, Dana,
That was
Dana
grave.
and Joe Rogan both were pretty close with it. They came on our show like, guys, we can't say much, but this is not good.
Yeah.
And they were hinting that this is, they were more worried about you living than ever fighting again.
Yeah, it was a scary deal. I mean, I was training for the fight against Shane Cohen the first time, and I had to pull the fight because I couldn't train for 2 weeks. I was so exhausted. My stomach had worn my immune system down, and I wasn't aware of it. I go on and explain in my book about this whole story as well. But I pull out on the fight. I asked my doctor if I can go to Canada, where I've got me and my brother have got some property and do some hunting, and I get up there and next thing I know I'm in a cold sweat and I feel like I got shot in the stomach. So
wow.
And I'm bouncing around from hospital to hospital up there trying to figure out and get the right health care and the right machines to take pictures of me, and it was a scary deal. This is an illness that a lot of people have, and they're unaware of it, and I can't really put my finger on the cause of it, and nobody really can, but I dodged a bullet by not having to have the surgery,
Right.
Because all the doctors want to remove 12 to 14 inches of my colon.
And that's a career ender. And
shit in a sack for 6 months.
Oh, really?
That.
You know? So I deferred that and just said I'm going to try to do this on my own and change my diet up and make it easier for my system to digest food.
You kicked the disease's ass.
It's amazing.
Holy
It's amazing.
shit.
It is
My
amazing.
God, I can't even drop 10 pounds on the elliptical by and you fucking beat diverticulitis.
Hey, you mentioned your brother in there. What does he do?
He's a farmer.
He's a farmer?
We're farmers.
He doesn't fight or anything like that?
No, those days are over. He'd like to, I think.
Is he a monster like you?
He's a big hoss.
Monster.
He's a big hoss. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Pulling a plow.
Yeah, he's a workhorse.
Were you ever bullied growing up or no? Like, were you the guy who was
Yeah,
bullied? Or
we were just talking about that on the ride yesterday. You know, this whole bullying thing pisses me off. You know? I think it's all right for to an extent for somebody to get bullied, builds character a little bit. You know?
Absolutely.
I mean, these cops or moms and dads that want to run around and protect people. There's life on the street. There's nobody. It's you out there.
Yeah, I think part of social skills is growing up is getting a fist in your face every so often, or at least getting called names and having to defend yourself.
I think it's so different now, the age of technology, and everybody's just sheltered. They don't have to communicate. We communicate via text messaging.
Cyberbullying.
And I don't know. It's.
Do you tweet? Do you
No,
do any
I
of
don't.
that shit?
No, I don't Facebook. I don't tweet. I don't.
Yeah, we learned that about him. He likes to go in the woods and hunt for.
Yeah, I just.
You like to get away when you're not in the spotlight, right?
I just don't like. Why would I want to put my life out for everybody to? I don't like to be contacted.
They say it's hard to get a hold of him.
Yeah.
You got to go wander around in the woods to find Brock.
Shooting flares up.
Put up the Lesnar signal.
I think Joe said that. I think Joe Rogan said that. When Dana finally needs Brock, they got to kind of wander around and try to find him. Do you have a cell phone in the woods?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Do you bow hunt or rifle?
Yeah, I bow hunt. Yeah, both.
Strictly bow?
No.
Yeah.
No, I shoot guns.
You like guns?
I like guns. Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
God
one of my
damn.
biggest sponsors is Federal Premium
Federal
Ammunition.
Ammo?
Yeah, Fusion. I'm the spokesperson for Fusion Ammunition, and I just love
Rifles? Do you like pistols too?
Absolutely. I got guns at NRA all the way.
Yeah, me
yeah.
too. I was lucky enough to get my New York City carry permit, which is almost impossible to get. And love going to the range. I'm not a big hunter, especially here in New York. It's kind of rough, to go out on Long Island and shoot a bunny rabbit on some poor Jewish neighbor's lawn. But no, I love target shooting and just challenging yourself.
Me too.
Putting that target out further and seeing that. It's a lot of fun.
Let me ask Brock a question. Do you have a 50 cal on your kitchen table?
I got a 50 cal in my bedroom.
Oh, in the bedroom. All right. Well, at least that's for defense. He had it on his kitchen table.
I picked up at Barrett. 50 cal and going out to Caverton out east on Long Island.
I got a Desert Eagle in it.
Yeah, I got a Desert Eagle.
I got a Macmillan custom.
How fun is it the first time you shoot that eagle? You just like you laugh, and it's funny. You just start laughing.
It's like sitting on a tank, but you're not.
It's in your hand. It's
the howitzer.
Great, man. That must look like a Walther PPK in your hand, though.
That's a big weapon.
Yeah, it is.
Gun, yeah. But all my guns are loaded.
Yeah. So am I. No, I mean my guns. Wait a minute. It's a drunk joke.
I think for me, I think
it's a part of your, it's part of our
my
rights
life.
here.
It's
That's what it is for me.
I grew up that way, and we could drive around with the guns in the back window, and
Yeah, you come from a place where it was a little easier.
Yeah, back in the day, I brought guns to school.
Yeah,
they were to go hunting. I mean,
there was shooting clubs.
I didn't think about shooting anybody.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Now, if you draw a picture of a gun in school, you're off to the fucking shrink and you're suspended for a certain amount of time. I think and I honestly do think it's a healthy thing. It's challenging, it's fun, and it doesn't.
I think if you don't grow up around it, or if you're uneducated about it, you're probably pretty scared. There's things that I disagree with, and I probably would admit that I'm uneducated about it.
Mm. Would you wear a gun? Let me say this. Would you wear a gun?
Here we go.
And I'm just concerned about Anthony. Would you wear a gun in the house? He's armed in his house. He has.
Well, you know what? I have a big house. I've heard of a lot of home invasions in my neighborhood, and I'm not paranoid to think the door's going to bust open or something. But when my guns are upstairs in the safe, upstairs locked, it's very hard at a certain point if something suddenly does happen, and I do need to get to one of my guns, to go and get it when I'm cut off from the stairway.
Well, that's the worst. That's why every gun in my house is loaded all the time.
That's what you got to do.
An empty gun is useless.
It's useless. What are you going to throw it at the guy?
Yeah.
You know what? The Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, when he was killing these old women, and the woman had a rifle under the bed, and she pulled it out and she aimed it at him.
Click.
Oh. Because her grandchildren had visited, and they had the husband had unloaded the gun a few days earlier, and she didn't realize that. So yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't mean to.
As my kids get older or whatnot, they're aware. But I got really young children. But as they get older, I'm going to have to be more.
More careful,
way more careful.
And the best thing is, because a lot of parents, I think, try to just shield the kids from the gun. The best thing to do is completely educate them.
My daughter is totally educated.
Yeah.
She shoots guns. She shoots bow. She's totally educated about how they work.
My dad did a great job of educating us growing up. He showed me the gun when I was a kid. He said, "You fucking touch this thing, I'm belting you in the fucking face." It was great. He was a great dad when it came to
Pistol whip the shit out of you.
He actually did. He pistol whipped me like fucking Goodfellas.